So your current situation, it may involve a Sagittarius, but I feel like this is more about letting go and moving on, healing from a situation, letting go, being very diplomatic and trying to have harmony with everybody, but it's taking a lot of your patience. You also may have gone back to school to get some higher education, and I feel like you're going to graduate, but there's a whole lot that goes on in the interim while you're trying to graduate. Because we have Temperance, Judgment, and the Six of Cups in your reading, you're going to have a reconciliation and a renewal with someone from your past. You are going to heal old wounds. It could even be an ex-partner. It could be with a child, but I feel like it's more like a past lover, okay? Looks all really good. I also see that with the Tower coming up, whatever's coming towards you is going to really challenge you, okay? It's going to challenge your forgiveness. It's going to challenge your patience. So it's not going to be exactly fun. It could be about a job, but it's challenged by some kind of outside event that you can't control. And I'm seeing that you need to have your balance and control, really work on that. Especially if you know it's coming up, work on that, okay? You may need some help from a Sagittarius. All right, and clarifying it, we have the Six of Swords, which tells me moving on from something. I feel like you are actually going to travel because Six of Swords and the Tower tells me you may have decided that the best decision to work things out is to move and relocate, to try to make everything work. You're trying things to see what works. Just thinking. This music's kind of distracting. I feel as if there is a radical change, a new environment that you're going into, and you're trying to get harmony, right? And this is harmony. So maybe a new phase you're going with a person. I think it's an actual literal move for a majority of people. And I feel like if you do have a love interest, they're watching. And it's going to be a while. They're going to make sure that they're certain before they move on. Before they make a move, sorry. But they're thinking about you. But I feel like very, very soon, very expediently, when you move on, immediately something happens to try to discourage you, if you know what I mean. And boy, you got the Tower. So something is definitely trying to discourage you. Now, you may be trying to escape a situation. I don't usually see that here, but you may be. And I feel like this is saying you can't escape it. You can't neglect it because here it comes. It's a definite ending of something. I feel like it's a big breakup. I don't really see divorce here, though, because Hierophant's nowhere around. However, we do have Queen of Wands and King of Wands in reverse, which can be bosses. So it could be changes of bosses. It could also be changes in parents, changes in spouses. Also, we have the Queen of Swords, which is usually a divorced woman or a divorced person. So I feel like something's definitely been overdone. Something really big is going to happen, a big radical change. But remember, the Tower doesn't come to you unless it's necessary. So it's something that is not working out for you very well. I think you've been trying to make it work, and you finally decide, well, okay, I'm abandoning this because it's not working. Six of Swords. And the Tower is what I consider a blessing in disguise. It's God's grace that he brings when a situation's not working, and he puts an end to it. The Tower requires a whole new way of life because the structure has crumbled. It could feel a little bit like a backstab or something of that nature. It could even be, I don't really see trauma. I don't see death. The card to me, I don't see a death. I feel like somebody may have just been a little tricky, is what I get. This also doesn't involve just you. It involves other people as well. And then it's like you finally moved on from something. This could be a little bit about the past, just so you know, like some of the past may be coming back or coming towards you, which I do see in your likely outcome. So something from the past may like shock you. I'm not sure exactly what it is. You may have heard of a death, but either way, your past is coming back. And Judgment and your outcome tells me with the Tower that you're finally getting back in the saddle again after having this fall or this betrayal. And you're trying to construct and deconstruct what happened. And you may well, you're keeping your head about you, but you may be trying to like join forces or celebrate. You may be trying to have a party. Because I see like Tower can be alone after a divorce. And I can see with the Queen of Wands here, maybe there is a divorce. I just don't see the typical cards for it. But you're finally regaining control, and this is having solace, having a healing outcome, a victory, feeling vibrant, feeling like a healing has come, a solution to these problems has come, and you're going to feel fulfilled. Something is definitely coming to a conclusion for sure. Could be with coworkers, could be with friends, but you're finally in control again. Now, usually with the Six of Swords and the Tower, it just means relocation, but also it feels like it was a move that was destructive. Now, I told you earlier at the beginning that it feels like it was destructive, but it was more in a good way. Like it destroyed what needed to be destroyed so you could rebuild. So you're going through this rebuilding period, Pisces, and it's not really destruction like you would think of, okay? We don't have a whole lot of major arcana. We have Strength, Temperance, Tower, and Judgment. But I mean, that still is a lot. And those are some major cards. I feel like you're rebuilding something, most likely from the past. You may be rebuilding after some kind of childhood, but I feel like it's more about love. Because Strength is in here, I forgot Strength is in here. It's a clarification of what's coming towards you. Let me think about that. Strength. Well, I do feel like you're going to have strength and duress for sure. Like this is really going to build your character. It's going to help you help other people. And I do think sometimes if the Tower is not for you, then it's a message for someone else, so you should give it to them. But the thing is, the Tower can also be a good thing. Because remember, it's not a destructive move. Sometimes you may feel like it is, but it's not. Because it's a relocation. And I told you how sometimes, well, here the Three of Cups talks about a solution to a problem. Like it's a good outcome. It's a healing. You get life back. You get solace. You get a conclusion. Well, when you have the Three of Cups with the Tower, well, they don't have to be together, but they both go together in this situation. One, it reminds you that this is not a punishment. Two, it's a good loss of control. Three, the truth comes all at once. It's like bam, 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 bam. And here's everybody gathering together. Okay? It's coming to you all at once. And it is a little bit of a shock or a surprise. However, it's removal or release from imprisonment of illusions. And here we have the Eight of Swords on the clarification. That's the imprisonment. It could be a delusion, it could be a way of thinking, but it's the Tower, the lightning has knocked it down. It's a flash of insight. And when it's a flash of insight or intuition, it says you have a sudden solution to a problem. And then here is solution to a problem. So we have two solution to a problem cards. I'm guessing this is the problem, the betrayal. So there's just something that hits you and bam, it's like, oh, this move is a good idea, or let's move. That may be the solution to the problem is to move. There could be some career tension. But I think this also solves some kind of abandonment issues for someone. But whatever wrong thoughts were keeping you prisoner, whatever wrong relationship, feeling like a victim type of thing, it was removed. And you get that healing and solace. But we got more. So you're feeling alone after a divorce. But remember, you're not. Go out with friends, okay? Go out there. I think you might be dating because we do have the World and Three of Cups, which are dating signs to me. But you have the Queen of Swords. She's upright, so she's not bitter. She's just divorced. She's very independent and perceptive. She's wise, and it does talk about job losses too. So I do feel like there may be a job and that's why you're moving or traveling in order to get a job. You could be mourning either a separation or a person, because again, there may be a little bit of death. I don't see it really, okay? I'm just bringing it up in case there is a person who does that. It could even be about having been a widow, okay, with the death. It may have been something shocking. I could, with the Ten of Swords, I could actually see a murder type of deal. But even though you're lonely, you're not unhappy necessarily. I feel like even though you've had all this experience, you're still really open to learn, because the world of education. Earlier, I was telling you with the temperance here, I believe, about a higher education. So you're still willing to learn. You may actually be graduating, and that's Three of Cups in the world can be graduation as well. Is it maybe a big shock that maybe you thought you weren't going to graduate, but you did? Or maybe this divorce or this death or something was a big shock. I'm not sure what the Tower is, or just the relocation. Whatever it is helped you to graduate. It may have just helped you mature as opposed to graduation, but I feel like school may be involved here. I feel like there also may be a secret love you don't know about, and I feel like it may be something from the past, okay? So I like this a lot. The thing is, this Queen of Swords is somebody who's really acquainted with grief. And for whatever reason, now she's dancing for joy. So this is really good. It doesn't end up being destructive. It only destroys the things that were there that had not been dealt with. Okay? The Queen of Swords is very direct. She's even putting her hand out like, come on, Betty, let's do this. Because she has a better perspective now. She can see things. And now she's safe and secure, mature. She can see things. Now, I'm not exactly sure why this is here, but it came out with it. So we have the King of Cups reversed and Knight of Swords reversed. I don't like to see either of those. King of Cups reversed is not a really good guy. But on a lighter note, this could just be saying again, like the Six of Swords, you're noticed by a love interest, but they're not really focused on you. Could be a Scorpio or any water sign. Could even be an air sign. I feel like any communication with this person may be blocked or halted, paused for now, because they're trying not to rush. But I don't like to see King of Cups in reverse ever. But as a good thing, he represents emotional repression, sexual repression. So he may be holding back some of those feelings. If you have water in your chart, aside from Pisces, this could be you. This could be you. But I would rather see the Moon card here, or the Knight of Cups. You could be holding back feelings. That could be it. Maybe even for an air sign. It just depends. But I feel like you've been denying yourself what you wanted for so long. Especially if you're a woman who has children, I feel like you haven't really been taking care of yourself. And there aren't really any pages in here, but I'm not sure why. I feel like children may be the reason why. Or you've been denying yourself an education and you finally get it and you're taking care of yourself. And I think what you're graduating from and getting solace from is emotional imbalance. Because this Ten of Swords thing that happened with the Temperance here, it was meant to bring out the worst in you. But remember, it's considered God's grace with the Tower next to it, or the Tower is considered God's grace. It was supposed to bring out the worst in you, but it's like you got together with people and your friends kind of helped you through this, or your family helped you through this. Even possibly a pregnancy helped you through this. Could even be like you were pregnant by a spouse and died. It says widowhood, so I'm feeling like it would be a woman who, especially with the pregnancy possible, may have had this happen. Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like they're trying not to be unwise or not to be impulsive, even if this might be you. But usually this is talking about, wolf in sheep's clothing, some kind of deceit or feeling confused. So I feel like there shouldn't be any kind of commitment with another water sign or air sign right now. Because there's possibly, give me a blocked expression. So both of these say blocked expression. with emotions and sexuality. And it could be that you just can't win with somebody because they won't reveal their feelings. I could see that. But again, the Knight of Swords is just saying, somebody's waiting, so you should wait as well. And then get together again some other time and talk. Because right now I feel like somebody's they're denying things because they're afraid. They're not being very brave. But this is somebody who brings scandal and injustice around. They're very dishonest and emotionally manipulative. They run from their problems. They're promiscuous. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but when they bring about injustice and scandal, the Knight of Swords reverse talks about a criminal. So it could be some kind of scandal involving crime. And so I get a little bit worried. But I pretty much just see like a troublemaker here. And I think you're graduating from that. But again, with strength here, you're able to endure all of this. But I feel like this is mostly about blocked expression. After having graduated and been happy, there's somebody out there, even possibly you, who's not conveying their feelings. I feel like it's with another water sign, most likely. Could even be with a Leo, possibly. I don't see a whole lot of that, though. But because strength is here, I feel like you will make it through all of this. And I do feel like there's a change of mind you're going to have with the Eight of Swords over here and the Eight, which is strength. There is a change of mind, a change of perception that has to be had. And I think it comes with the Tower. But again, whatever move you made, especially a physical move, is a good idea. It may not seem like it for a while. Let's see. The World. I want to talk about the World a little bit more. Well, because the Queen of Swords and the World is here, if you went back and got some higher education, I'm seeing you're going to go have a step up in your career. Some of you, your step up in a career, maybe you decide to become a professor. I could see that. But with the Ten of Swords right on top of the World, there was an end. Maybe somebody thought they weren't going to graduate, or instead they decided not to graduate and instead move up in their career. And hey, whatever you got to do, you got to do. Either way, you're going to be excited about the transition. And it's going to be something completely different from what you've done. But overall, I'm seeing Three of Cups, the Tower, Queen of Swords. You are not alone in the situation that's coming towards you. You're not alone in a career. You're not alone after a divorce. But the World suggests stop hiding and get out there more. And I suggest either through dating or getting with friends and getting together with people. Don't isolate yourself due to something tragic or terrible that may have happened. Because the World here talks about getting out. Don't be isolated. And you may feel like you're isolated, but this says you're really not. Especially with strength here as well. Not alone. And the thing is, you're going to be dancing for joy. You're going to be free. You're going to be away from something. There's so much potential here with the World. Like, the World is literally at your feet. And you just realize these changes are actually going to be great. You may be traveling again or just completing a cycle. I do see, graduating education. Some of you may be graduating a teacher education program. But either way, you're very confident in what you do. And you're very brave and you're having lots of courage to get out there. But overall, I'm seeing being free and maturing again. So I'm not sure what age range this is for. I feel like it's for everybody because we grow from every experience, and growing to me is maturing. And you're growing so much that you decide, I'm releasing whatever has been weighing me down, whatever the burden is. Even though it's not necessarily meant to be a burden, sometimes we carry things and they become burdens. Some things we aren't meant to hold on to. And I'm one to talk, but I see it. Right, next, your advice is Seven of Wands reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed. It's kind of a strange idea to me, so let me think about this as advice. Okay. So kind of what I see here is don't hesitate. I mean, you don't want to be reckless, okay? But I'm seeing don't hesitate. Both of these tell me to have some courage. I feel like you should be of service and obliging to people. So again, that could actually have to do with being a professor or being a teacher, being of service. And you may feel like people are against you. But I'm seeing to lay down the opposition. So if you're really against something, like, oh, this person just makes you so mad or so defensive, or you feel like they're giving you overwhelming demands, I'm seeing let it go. Because your advice is to do that. It's like put down the wands, stop being defensive, stop being so suspicious too. Stop feeling like everybody's deceitful, everybody's unfaithful. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. And I feel like you're just on, with the world here, you're on a long journey. So what's coming towards you, it may start out in October, but it may take place a lot longer because this is just a really long journey with the world here and Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands has reversed, so maybe it's a shorter journey. If you stop being so defensive, you stop putting all your guards up. I'm seeing don't be aggressive. Don't let the stress get to you. Don't feel like nobody can be trusted. Don't worry about the instability. Don't worry about falsehood, because instability is change usually. Don't even worry about it because you're going to be fine. You know, with the 10, I'll just go ahead and tell you, the 10 of Wands reversed with a lot of these cards says, don't even worry. So whatever you're worried about, just don't even worry about it. Like, it's all taken care of. It could be you really don't know where you stand with somebody. This is saying, like, don't even pay attention to what somebody may or may not think about you. Because the Queen of Wands reversed says somebody's hot, somebody's cold. So I see confusion about how somebody feels. Like, is somebody faithful? Is somebody not faithful? Are they going to cheat on me? Are they not going to cheat on me? And this is saying, like, don't even worry about it. Don't be suspicious. Okay? And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like over and over again, you're going to remind yourself to think about this kind of advice that I just told you. Eight of Pentacles suggests over and over again, you're going to have to work at it. Also, I feel like at your job, you just keep working. Don't even worry about being defensive. Okay? Also, I'm seeing don't be weighing back and forth whether or not somebody's faithful in the future, because this says committed. This person is committed. So that's good news. And we have, what, 3 8s now? So 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 8s. You also have a lot of 7s in here. Since we're talking about 7s and numbers, you have the 7 of Wands reversed. Then you have the 7 of Pentacles twice. One's in reverse, one's upright. So you also have some 10s. Well, first you have Judgment, which is 20, which is 2 10s. You have the 10 of Swords. And then you have the World, which is 21, which is 2 10s and an extra. And then, of course, you have the 10 of Wands. But don't worry about anything. Don't stress. Just, like, keep your nose to the grindstone is kind of what I see. And don't worry. All right, so what's your likely outcome? It started out with the 7 of Pentacles reversed. You're worried about something, but you don't have the 7 of Cups in here. So you have no reason to worry. You also have no reason to worry about fidelity, because that's usually what comes with it. You have no reason to worry because 7 of Cups is not in here. And I just told you earlier, 10 of Wands reversed says, don't even worry about it. But I do see to let go of hesitation, okay? Because with the 7 of Pentacles reversed, it says if you hesitate, I think it's with this past person, you're going to regret it. You need to confront it. Now, I'm not saying be aggressive, be like defensive. I'm seeing like actually bring something up, in a regular kind of way. I also feel like you don't have to worry about money. You may work a lot, but I don't think you should be worried about money. Don't be afraid that something's going to fail. Don't be afraid you're going to lose an opportunity. As long as you keep working, keep going, keep moving ahead, you're not going to lose an opportunity. But if you're afraid of failure, then you will lose an opportunity, and that would be your choice. Okay. I'm seeing not to do anything impulsively or carelessly. So you can't hesitate, but you also can't just rush into something. So be normal, pretty much. I clarified it, and I got the Seven of Pentacles upright, which just is kind of strange to me. So I'm seeing you're going to kind of say, like, let's see what happens. Let be will be. Let the universe decide. And that may be the natural, normal way to let things happen. You're trying to question your lifestyle. I think you're mentally going through things, which is not a hesitation, okay? But overall, this says it is worth the investment. But I don't like it when I get one card clarifying another card and they're in the reverse. But I feel like it's worth the investment. Something would grow here. But you're mainly just reflecting. Sevens are about investigating and discovering, and you have 3 of them. So I feel like maybe you're going to find out, that this person's really great, and you have no need to worry. Everything's optimistic. I feel like previously a love was unrequited, but clarifying it is a requited love. So they're coming, okay? And they're going to return your love. And it's going to be all innocent. I feel like you're innocent in something because both of these cards, 7 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups, represent innocence. So somebody's innocent is what I see. It could be you, it could be somebody else. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio with the 6 of Cups here. Again, you could be dealing with another water sign. But love is being returned. I don't mean given back. I just mean it's reciprocal, okay? And no need to be frustrated. You're going to have lots of success with this person, with a job, with school. Whatever it is, it's good, okay? Just don't hesitate. Be normal. All right, next we have the King of Wands reversed. So I do feel as if this King of Wands person, they're very, very good. They may have dark hair. They're very conscientious. You may meet somebody through work, or that's where you did meet them, and they're available, okay? But I'm seeing Queen of Wands reversed and King of Wands reversed. It can't be a secret, okay? No secret. You may be waiting for somebody not to be married anymore, and in the interim, you have to work with integrity or act with integrity. But this is also freedom. So I feel like you're getting freedom, or they're getting freedom, and you're not going to let anything stand in your way. They may be a little arrogant, so watch out for that. But I also feel like people aren't wanting to settle down right now in this relationship. I'm not sure who that would be, but they're very ambitious. They have lots of drive, and it makes them very attractive. But this talks a little bit about hesitation, so be careful. But no longer married, so that's good. Very attractive, and the drive, very ambitious too. Okay, so clarifying the King of Wands reversed is the 6 of Cups. Now we're talking about innocence here, right? And with the 6 of Cups and strength, I'm seeing that if you act purely like an innocent child would, then that gets rid of all dishonesty. And sometimes the King of Wands, I hate to say it, in reverse can be a dishonest person, okay? And they're very conscientious about lying, so be careful. And so this is saying if you're very innocent and very good, then you have nothing to worry about. It also says the 6 of Cups situation involves the Tower and talks about neglect somehow. But with Temperance, I feel like you are going to go back and enjoy the simple life again after all this drama, pretty much. But I feel like there is a reunion. But this person may be, I don't know, lying a little bit. I'll get some clarification in a minute. Okay. But remember, Six of Cups and Judgment are right next to each other, so you are reuniting. Okay, then we have the Three of Wands reversed, which talks about an obstacle or a delay. Again, I see a little bit of arrogance, and it's right next to the King of Wands, so this person could be arrogant. But hey, nobody's perfect, okay? They may want to move, and you're like, I just moved, and all this kind of stuff. Maybe you're struggling to get this off the ground, which I can see King of Wands and Queen of Wands, struggling to get it off the ground. And feeling like maybe I just wasted my time. Because you're like, I didn't get promoted, you know, something like that, whatever it might be. The thing is, with the Eight of Pentacles here, you really love your job. But it feels like it could be very demanding, or you could have a demanding boss. But I'm feeling like, don't leave it incomplete. Yes, it may end up being a little toxic, but it's going to change. Okay, it could even have something to do with like freelance writing. But overall, I want you to see the big picture, okay? For whatever it might be, start thinking about business and studying and traveling. Face disappointments, you know. Yeah, there could be a setback, but they usually lead to something better, okay? Especially if somebody's like rude or arrogant, that kind of thing. I'm also seeing you should be open to help, even if you're scared of being a little exploited. And the King of Wands may be somebody who may try to take advantage because they're a little dishonest. But it says they're good overall. The King of Wands in reverse is good. But he's very severe. And yet he's also tolerant. Okay? And they're probably just not wanting to settle down. But they also don't let anything stand in their way. Also, with the Three of Wands and King of Wands, this may have to do with international business, which I could see over here with the world. So some of you may meet somebody involved with international business. You may have business on the other side of the world or out of the country, and you meet somebody from out of the country. And they just kind of come off as rude, but maybe that's just a cultural difference. Okay. And then we have clarifying Three of Wands. We have Judgment. Okay, so I feel like, again, you're going to have healing and resolution with something from the past. You know, funnily enough, this is so hilarious, you guys. All three of the clarification cards say innocence. Innocence, innocence, innocence. All three of them. I didn't even think about that. I knew those two cards did, but I didn't even think about Judgment as innocence, but it is. And it says, you know, accept the actions, come to terms with your past, you were innocent. So I don't know if you were falsely accused of something or not. But every single thing here says, if you are truthful, if you have integrity, you will destroy what's false. With Strength, Six of Cups, Judgment, and I feel like there may be a false person around you at some point in a likely outcome. Being honest will get rid of all the facades. But I'm not seeing be so honest that you just start giving people information that they could use against you kind of thing. I feel like you're going to face life realistically, and then all of a sudden you get your justice, you get your emotional cleansing, your healing, wonderful things start happening. And this Eight of Pentacles tells me that the person from your past is almost like rising from the dead because you have a connection. However, it could be like a karmic connection as opposed to twin flame, but it's still a connection either way. And they may be wanting a redo. Or at work, you lose a boss and you get another boss, and like all of a sudden your work procedures change. But you are definitely reconnecting with somebody from your past. King of Wands talks about change in leadership, so I can see that happening for people that are about work. But the world is here upright, so is Judgment. I think this is an end to something and a brand new beginning. But I feel like you're a little scared of the new beginning. It could be something that to do with, a past relationship. Could even be somebody's past is following them, even though they're innocent. But it's definitely a final change. with a new identity. Some of you, if you do get accused of some kind of murder and you're innocent, you may actually decide to flee. I didn't even think about seeing that in here, but there we go. But overall, I see reuniting, healing, renewal. Some of you may want to communicate with the dead, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Just overall, I'm seeing you're innocent. So again, being innocent, being trustworthy, being honest is what's actually going to save you in the end from whatever is going on. Somebody may have the Three of Wands over here in reverse, and then the Tower over here. Somebody may have written something that was kind of dangerous to you. I'm not sure what that's about, but it says that the surprise of the Tower will help heal trauma. And you may decide to stay where you are. You may decide to settle and not move again, no matter what somebody else may want you to do. But let's get some clarification, because there's a lot going on.